Hi, welcome to Kalin-Tech Lesson 19. In this lesson, I just want to expand a bit on Lesson 18 with regards to filters on interfaces. We mentioned about the danger of putting accept, another term with an accept on the end of it, because filters act basically like access lists in Cisco. So what I want to do is I just want to show you that issue in action. So we're going to use the DSL again, the DSL CPE, Swindon and the Swindon LNS MX. Okay, for this to show you, because this is where we've already got the filter applied. So we'll go on to the LNS first, and what I'm going to do, I've already configured up another filter, but I'll just show you it. So let's do a run, show, configuration, and we'll just do a display set here. Okay, and we'll go through it. So there's a couple of things I need you to take a look at. All right, so the first is, here's our policy that we set yesterday, our firewall filter, and this is the new one today. And on the end of it, we've got a term to then accept. And the reason we've got the then accept is because our destination address is a specific address. All right. So we then have to turn around and say, okay, well, if it doesn't match that specific address, we want to allow it through. It's only if it matches this source address to this destination do we want this to happen. So you see how it acts like an access list in Cisco. So the crucial part with this as well is, because we've got an accept, that will take precedence over anything else that is in these lists. Okay, now I'm going to show you this in a moment. So we have to be very careful if we're applying both of these filters to the same interface. We have to be very careful of the order we do it in. Okay, and we use an input list. You'll see it here. We use an input list. Now, the way to see the order on the interface is not necessarily this way anyway, although this does look correct. I believe it's that way. But do it without the display set. So do a run, show, configuration, interfaces. Oh, apologies there. One-handed typing again. GE002. All right, so if we just look at it that way, so we can see the order that it's in. So it's going to do the ICMP reject first, so it's going to work its way through this list. Okay, then it's going to do the filter SSH, so it's going to work its way through this list. Okay, so if we go on to our CPE, okay, and we do our ping test, ping all the way to the other LNS, London 1.1, we won't get anything. Okay, and that's fine. That's exactly what we want to happen. Okay, it'll be the same with a trace route. Trace route 192.168.1.1. Okay, we'll just get the stars with regards to that. I'm going to show you a good command to use as well, rather than having to delete and re-enter things. Okay, so there you go. That's not going to work either. All right, now let me show you what the issue will be if if we put these in the wrong order. Okay, the wrong order completely. Remember, the filters are exactly the same. I'm not going to change any of this. All I'm going to do is put that filter in front of that one on the interface. Okay, so rather than like I say, deleting that command up, these two commands here, and redoing them, what we can do is we can do an insert interfaces G-002 unit 0 family inet filter input list filter. So we want to put, so we're saying replace filter SSH before, so we want to insert filter SSH before ICMP reject. Okay, that's to saves us having to do all that. Let's just commit that. That saves us having to delete and redo everything. All right, so if we were now to have a look at that interface again, okay, so you see we've now got filter SSH before ICMP reject. So we now have filter SSH before ICMP reject on the interface. So the order that the packets will now go through these filters will be this one first. So it'll go, am I from this source address? No, I'm not. So therefore, that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. I'm gonna be accepted and I'm gonna be forwarded. Okay. Am I from this source address? Yes. Is this the destination I'm going to? No. Ignore, accept, forward. Is this where I'm from? Yes. Is this where I'm going to? Yes. Am I SSH? Yes. Oh, then I'm discarded. Am I from here? Yes. Am I going to here? Yes. Am I SSH? No. Ignore. Now I'm going to be forwarded. Accept. Okay, so you see what's happening there is every packet is going to be either discarded or accepted in this term. In this filter. So it's never going to hit this filter, ever. So I'm going to show that to you now because we've changed it round and we've got ICMP. We've got ICMP reject before. No, we haven't. Let me get it the right way round a minute. Let's make sure we've got this the right way round. So we've got filter SSH before ICMP reject. Okay, so we've got filter SSH there first. Okay, so let's see what happens. So remember, I haven't changed anything. Okay, all I've changed is the order on that interface. I've not changed anything from a firewall filter perspective. Now, can we ping 192.168.1.1 now? Now, remember here, with it being the correct order, we couldn't ping it. Suddenly we can. And the reason for that is exactly what I said, is because it's going through that first list. It's not agreeing to any of those statements that are on there, and therefore it goes to term 2 and gets accepted. It doesn't even hit the second filter. Okay, can I trace route to it? Should certainly be able to. Let's see what we get. And there we go. So we can trace route to it as well. Okay. Even if I was to ping, and it should work, even if I was to ping the .10 address, 192.168.1.10, okay, which was in that access list, it'll still respond because it doesn't equal SSH. Okay, it's only going to reject any SSH packets from the GE002 interface on here to the 1.10 interface, the 192.168.1.10 interface on the Swindon LNS. Okay, so again, let's change it back round. It's very important that you understand this difference. So let's do an insert command so that we don't have to delete. Insert, and you just type all the rest of it that you want to the point of where you want to change. Okay, GE002 unit 0 family inet filter input list ICMP reject before filter SSH. Right, okay, so we're going to commit that. We'll have a quick look, make sure the config is correct. And there we go, we've got it back the other way again. So now, just to confirm that, we're going to go back onto the CPE and we're going to ping .10, and we can't do it. Okay, so straight away we can't do it, and that's because it's going through that first access list that doesn't have the accept on it. Okay, We won't be able to ping anything, any of these addresses. 192.168.1.1. I keep hitting that 3 in there. 168.1.1. Won't be able to ping that either. Okay, and we certainly won't be able to trace route to it. Trace route 192.168.1. I keep hitting that 3. 168.1.1. Okay. We're not going to be able to trace route to this either anyway. We're just going to get the stars come back. So it's just very, very important that you get your order correct on the interface. Okay, so once more, there's the interface, there's the order we want it, and the reason we want it in that order is simply because ICMP reject does not have the accept on it. So we want that one to be, we want all the packets to go through that one first, followed by this one. Again, if it's just this machine that you're concerned with, you from an SSH perspective, you could theoretically just put this onto the loopback, and then it won't affect this anyway. Okay, so you could do it that way. This is purely if you want to also deny SSH further down the route as well, and you only want to do it from this machine rather than having to do it on every box that you don't want SSH on. Okay, so that's the end of that lesson. Just try to remember to keep these in the correct order and use the normal display rather than a display set, because you want to make sure that how this is listed within that. Okay, remember to use the input list. In fact, you have to use the input list because input itself will only accept, same as output, input will only accept one filter. Okay, so you have to use a list if you want more than one filter, and then put them in the square brackets. Okay, brilliant. Thank you very much.